guys, welcome back for another video. So today I'm going to show you how to quickly and very easily clean just about any fuel injector. This happens to be off my 2014 Yamaha FJR1300 ES. However, this procedure is going to work on, like I said, virtually any injector from any vehicle. This is a quick and easy. I got this kit for 11 bucks. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this. You don't have to get anything else. Use a can of carb cleaner. You can use any battery to power this between 9 and 12 volts. This is an old one out of a battery backup that went bad. It's only pushing 11. Totally fine for us, but you can actually use a little 9-volt battery. It just makes it hard to attach. So I do suggest something larger because they give you these nice alligator clips, and you can easily just clamp onto any normal terminal. But, you know, you can wire up whatever you need to do. So you get these two adapters here. This is what your injector is going to plug into, like this. And then your straw goes in this end. So you get a nice secure fit. You don't have to hold it together or tape it or make any custom connections with hoses and tubes like I've done in the past. I think I did that with the Bobber project last. That was about 10 years ago. Wish this was around back then. And that's as simple as it gets. Fuel injectors are dead simple devices. They are basically just electronic gates. You got a positive and negative connection here, and when it sees signal, the gate opens. The fuel is always under pressure, pushing down through the injector. When the gate opens, it lets the fuel through. On the bottom, you got a little tiny metal plate with holes in it, and the fuel sprays out of there. Where the holes are, how many there are, how large they are, that is determining how much fuel your injector passes. And that's as simple as it is. So let's plug it up together, and I'll show you how to use it. And here's how it works. This is going to be a little difficult with one hand, but you put your injector in there, you have to hold it like this because it'll want to pressurize out. You take the top off, the little cap off of your can, and that just goes right into there. And when you're ready, you just press down on it to pressurize it. So you're holding it and you're pressing down. It won't leak. And then with the other hand, what you want to do is tap to open and actuate the injector, just like this. And you'll see the spray come out and eventually get nice and clear and clean. So let's give this a shot. And that's it. Perfectly clean. I'm going to do my other three, button the bike back up. Now, if you're here because it's the FJR, I'm going to show you what you have to do to get to your injectors. Super easy, 10 minutes tops. All right, so if you want to know how to get your injectors off your FJR, take your seats off, take out the bolts here, quick connectors here, pry your trim back a little bit, pop this out of the grommet, slide the whole plastic piece back and off. I just set a rag back here for this edge to sit on so nothing gets scratched or bent. Remove the top mounting bolts, the bottom hinge nut, slide out your bolt. For the tank vent line, you can either just pull it out and fish it back through or disconnect it here on the underside of the tank, your choice. Disconnect the two electrical connections. Pull this safety clip off the fuel line attachment and then unclip the fuel line. Take off your T-bar. Take out the quick connector and remove your heat shield. Now at this point, there's going to be some variants depending on if you've removed your air induction system, the Yamaha PAIR system, or not. I have, simply because it makes it super easy to get in here and work on stuff. It has no performance advantage. The other reason that people like to remove it is if they have aftermarket slip-ons. The PAIR system, if you have aftermarket pipes, will give burbles and pops on deceleration, and a lot of people don't like that. So if you have those and you want a nice smooth up and down rev, just remove your PAIR system. And I'll put a link down below to that video in case you haven't done it. But there's a whole bunch of pipes and a solenoid in here in the way that you have to take off first to get to this point if you haven't done so already. And then the caps here are what are in place instead. So there would be a whole bunch of mess of pipes covering it if you are completely stock. Disconnect the side electrical connector here and each one of the connectors off of the injectors. There's only two screws holding the whole thing together, the rails and all the injectors into the intake. One here and one down there. And the trick to this is make sure you're using a big enough tip that you have a really good bite, because this is a very large cutout. It's actually a JIS, but this large Phillips fits good enough. And lift the rail out. Just pull it straight back and out. What you want to watch out for is that you don't come up at an angle, because the tip of the injectors can hang on the little O-rings in the intake, and the O-rings can pop out pretty easily, and then good luck finding that if it drops down there. But just pull them straight back out. There's plenty of room. And then all we have to do is wiggle the injector straight down, and it pops right out. That's it. Now before you put them back in, I suggest that you put a real thin film of oil. I just got a little oil off my cap and touched each O-ring just to moisten them, because that carb cleaner completely dries the rubber out. And same with the tips here. The O-rings on this side are down in the engine, so those shouldn't have come out. Those are fine. Hope it helps. Link down below to the kit. See you next time.